album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter.
Yeah.
And to all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby.
Shake it.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr.
Hey there, welcome to the locker room. Coach Arias here. Today's message is mind over matter. Your mindset over your matter. I spoke to my friend, Coach Sabrina, the other day, and she went over something inspiring with my team, with my organization. And one of the things that she talked about went hand in hand with my mindset on mind, body, and spirit. Training all those things. Being prepared for those things. When your mind starts to get physically done, when your mind starts to tap out, your mind starts to tell you, this is some things she was going over. When your mind starts to tap out and tell you that you don't have any more and that you can't do it, physically, you have to be in shape enough where physically you start to endure even what your mind starts to tell you can't physically. You overrun that and overrun your mind and you keep on going. And then what happens is physically, when you start to get beat up and you get tired, then you need your mind to kick in and say, oh, we got this, body. Don't worry about that. That's just, you think you're tired, but oh, we got this. Until you're physically picked back up into motion, and then you got that mind and body all moving in the same exact direction. That reminds me of when I watched Michael Jordan. I know I'm getting a little bit older than some of the folks on here, but back in the day, if you look it up, the game where Michael Jordan played with the flu, Michael Jordan had to adopt this, that his body was saying, man, I'm jacked up. I was getting IVs all night. I'm sick. I'm not supposed to play. But his mind started to say, you know what? I'm going to step out here and do what we always do. Until his body came into play. Mentally, he told himself he was going to play like a champion. So what happens is after your mind and your body start to get trained for these things, spiritually, we have to be prepared. You got to be working on your soul, on your spirit, because at times your mind is going to crack and your body's going to crack. And all you have left is the spirit that you have built up. To have success, your spirit got to be built, in my opinion. Because I can't tell you how many times I start coaching folks and they get disappointed. When I start talking about they want to learn how to do this, how to recruit, how to build a business, how to do this. And I start with mind, body, spirit, training those things, physically getting active, building yourself up. Training yourself spiritually, building yourself up, mentally reading books, training yourself. Everything else comes after that. Because once this is built and understood, you're going to be okay with people thinking that you're crazy. Because people are going to tell you, you're too spiritual, you're spending too much time praying and doing this. Physically, why are you working out that hard? Why are you crazy that you're spending this many hours training? And why are you reading all these books? You already graduated school. You're always listening to these tapes and doing these things. If you're trying to be and do what 5% of the world gets to do, 95% of the world don't get to do some of the things that you guys have goals of things that you want to do. Understand that you're going to be weird, but it's going to be well worth it. People will wish that they did the things that you do. People are going to want the things that you have, the life that you build, but they're not going to want to work for it. Train your mind to not give in to weak thoughts. Success starts with discipline. It starts with the discipline to say, okay, I'll get up when the alarm goes off. I won't eat junk food. I'll do that. I'll do the last rep. I'll do the last step. When you start to control your mind so your body does what you want it to do, you start to learn how much control that you really have over living your best life, over being successful, making the rest of your life the best of your life. When you start to understand that when you control your mind in the small things, the alarm clock, the food, the saying no when you should be saying no, the sleep, all the little things build up to the message of mind over matter. When we follow some of these things, we'll be on our way to living our very best life. Thanks for joining me this week in the Locker Room Gang. Looking forward to seeing you all next week.